Ohio for the Hall of Fame Bowl. The second installment of this bowl game. We have the Eastern Kentucky Colonels making their debut in the BCS Bowls. Not in the BCS Bowls, in the bowl season. They'll be taking on a South Dakota squad only 2 years removed from winning the Missouri Valley. South Dakota, Eastern Kentucky, up next.
And now we bring you the coin toss. And it's presented by
Hello and welcome
Innovation that
to the
excites.
2023 Hall of Fame Bowl here. I'm Type at Joy 101 for the 2KU. Mississippi State and Indiana will be representing Eastern Kentucky and South Dakota, respectively.
He just drills this
The
one.
Coyotes will get the return to start the game.
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. So let's see what the offense can do as they come out onto the field.
A screenplay.
To his receiver. He's taken down around
Taken
the
out of bounds.
20-yard
2021 was a pretty pivotal year for South Dakota. Their first ever conference championship came that season. Even though it seems further and further away now,
Tackle made at about the 29-yard line.
South Dakota went 5-7 this season. Even though it seems farther away, there's a team still competing in the wide open Missouri Valley,
Brought down at the 35.
Brad,
and they'll fight their way for any win they can
this
get.
offense right now is trying to maintain possession, trying to get some rhythm going, and for them to be able to pick up a big first down right here allows them to continue to try to get to the position that they ultimately want to get, and that's into the end zone.
And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
Here at quarterback for South Dakota, Andrew Bratton. He is only 112 yards away from vying for his school's record for passing yardage.
Makes the grab past the marker. And he's taken down around the 50-yard line. Wonderful play call to convert on third down.
I'll tell you what, he really wanted that first down.
Yes.
Good determination.
He's already at 14. He needs 100 more.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 50. Fires out quickly to the tailback. Knocked out of bounds. At the
Or make that
47-yard line.
103 with that loss on the screen.
This is the 8th play of this drive. Empty backfield, quarterback in the gun.
Going
Five
five.
wide receivers.
That's not 5 wide. They hand it off on a quarterback
Makes it
draw.
out to midfield.
This is 3rd and 10 now.
5 wide.
It's still not 5 wide, Brad. Well, on 3rd and 10, he's going to be sacked.
Boy, the defense doing a great job of getting pressure on this quarterback. That time they brought the blitz, and the defensive line was able to break through and come up with a big sack.
EKU's future does look quite bright. And I think that's Bratton down.
4th and long here after the sack.
So punt it away.
He really got a hold of that one.
Gonna go in the end zone for a
And
touchback.
it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. The Bulldogs and their ground games.
And the
been
Eastern
consistent.
Kentucky
It's not always
Colonels
one guy hurt.
will make their
They've got 2 or 3 that can
bowl
carry
game
them.
debut
Makes it
here.
so tough for this defense is you're not focusing in on just one guy. You're focusing
Colonels
on
starting
the
Mark
entire
Edmonds, a
scheme.
junior.
And because of that diversity, I think it makes it more of a challenge. And you got to be better
So
tacklers
screenplay
in the open field. And I think that's
Or a
really
gain
the
of 6.
biggest
We can
threat
actually
to
take a
all
look
is tackling and gang
at the
banging,
Capital
getting
One
the football.
2KU's Bowl Challenge. Each conference's current record in the bowls.
Dumps it complete, the tight end over the middle. Tackle at the
Currently in the lead, the SoCon, who's 2-0.
It's the protection up front that allowed
The American is 1-0. Missouri Valley has the worst record thus far at 0-2.
And the quarterback didn't waste any time getting rid of that one. He took the snap and he threw it right out there.
Edmonds already has 10 yards. He looks on trajectory next season to beat EKU's all-time passing record.
Nice run there. And he makes it out to about the 47-yard
run. We'll make it a 3rd and 1. Running it himself. That's not going to get to the line.
Forward to about the 46. So the option keeper goes for about a yard.
As Danny puts it, they're going to go for it. EKU has some breathing room. Jacksonville State will be leaving the conference. They'll be adding some new teams in Holy Cross, Colgate, and Rhode Island.
He's tackled around the 45.
Not just enough for the first. And in their first season of FBS play, they're already in the postseason. They're a consistent playoff team years prior.
The defense is all over him. They bring him down for a loss.
And that throw was not great.
And this is the 9th play of the current drive.
Second and 11, he's running himself.
And he's tackled around the 43-yard
yards on the play, 3rd and 9. 40 seconds to go in the first already. He's going to go on the screen, and he's swallowed up in the backfield.
They'll bring him down around the 48-yard line.
They try their old reliable, and he gets brought down at the 50.
The punter is going to try to pin him deep in their own territory with a good punt here.
As such, touchback, and the Coyotes will come back onto the field.
I don't think either team has a clear advantage so far. Let's see if they can make some plays and get a little separation. Quarterback all by himself in the backfield with 5 wideouts.
Check out the quarterback's in there. There's a wide open man for a first down and more. He's got room to run. That is a touchdown, South Dakota. That's an 80-yard touchdown with Bratton back in. That brings the mark only down to 23 yards to break the South Dakota all-time passing record.
Nobody behind you, and you go up and you miss a layup. You don't want that to happen to you as a quarterback. So the quarterback did a nice job of staying in rhythm, making the easy throw, and the touchdown for this wide receiver.
Kick is up and good. South Dakota takes a 7-0 lead.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff.
Coyotes have been a Division I FBS member since 2014. They're celebrating their 10th season as an FBS member this year.
You never like to have to play from behind, but a deficit this manageable shouldn't be in the front of their minds. They just need to go out there and play.
In that time, they've already won the conference. Eastern Kentucky was quite a bit behind Charlotte and Jacksonville State.
Ball on the 25-yard line.
They were still a formidable squad nonetheless. On 2nd and 10, he's going to be sacked.
We're through one quarter.
And at the end of one quarter,
lead is a touchdown.
South Dakota leads 7-0.
And we're ready for more football here in quarter number 2. There's a strike complete. And down he goes.
And no gain, and that'll bring back the Coyote offense.
Oh, excellent punt. And he's taken down at the 45.
7-yard turn.
With 1 quarter down, I really haven't seen too much separation between these two squads. Might be neck and neck the whole way. Indiana is up by a touchdown.
Bratton's back in on play action.
And he just gets rid
Out of bounds.
From their own 45-yard line. Second down. And they make the stop.
3rd and 8 coming up after the 2-yard run. You're on 3rd and 8. To the sideline. Caught for another 7 yards. It'll be short of the first. It'll be 4th and 1. Bratton needs 16 yards. Gonna throw it short. Intercepted.
Spectacular play there by the linebacker to come away with that interception.
I don't even think the quarterback saw him on that play. He was right there waiting for the ball.
Just curved it a little out to the right. And EKU takes advantage of that. On 2nd and 1, he's brought down to the backfield. Third down and 3.
To pick up the first down.
Colonels are 0 for 3 on 3rd. Tossing it up there. And stays in bounds for the catch. I saw Scream written out there. Very scary indeed. Quarterback's gonna get run over there.
Gotta admire the intensity that these linebackers bring.
Tried the read option,
As soon as he saw it was staying
and
on
they
the
saw
clock,
right through that.
He made a beeline for the ball carrier.
2nd and 11 coming up now. Ball on the 49.
We're on 2nd and 11. Just goes out of bounds.
This one
Ah,
away. The defense got some pressure
Screen.
and forced a bad pass.
I think they've been a little bit more aggressive here with their pass rush, and that
Here comes
time it
3rd
paid off
down.
with an incompletion.
You'll air it out. Almost picked off.
There. And
That'll
that'll make
bring
it
up 4th down.
The offense really had nowhere to go on that one. The play was very well defended, and now the incompletion will force the 4th down and a punt.
Booming kick.
A deep kick into the end zone.
This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
And once again, the Yotes are back on the field.
In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste
16
possession.
more yards away from history.
Indiana is up 7. Takes it up the middle for a nice run.
6-yard run, Bratton. First made his starts as a sophomore. And ended up taking the lead job.
Gets out to around the 35.
Play action.
Off play action.
He'll
Now
run it
he's on the move.
himself.
Dives,
He'll get the
and he's
first.
down.
First and 10, a read option
He makes his way to about the 45.
for an 8-yard gain. Yes, 20 yards on the ground so far.
So it's second down and about 2 yards to go.
Yotes favor the run. On second and 2, he's going to be fumble.
And the defense picks it up.
Scooped up.
He's at the 40.
And the defenders are tripping on themselves in the snow.
To the 10.
That's going to be a scoop and score.
Mississippi State.
Eastern Kentucky on the board.
Great play here by the defender. You know, it's trickier than it looks to scoop up a loose ball.
The big
I think
man
it's
gets a
your worst. He was able to
touchdown.
do it and made that
You
play
see the
look
defenders
smooth for the touchdown.
tripping over each other. And by that point, it's too late.
The extra point to tie this game up. The Bulldogs lineman coming off the field with an injury. He's a tough character down there, and I would imagine he's going to be back in this ballgame before it's over. He makes the PAT. Mississippi State lines up for the kickoff. He really got a hold of that kick.
Kickoff's away. Taken for a touchback. And the offense will come back on the field.
Both defenses really played well so far, Irving.
Well, up to this point, both defenses have dominated this football game. We'll see if they can hold on to that mentality the rest of the way.
Well, let's see if the offense can make up for the misfortune they had just a few moments ago.
That's Dakota coming back on the field.
Big play to regain the confidence and regain the momentum. They've got to come up with a couple first downs after that last possession.
Throwing it to the sideline, incomplete. 6 for 9, 98 yards.
From their own 25-yard line, it's second down. The halfback with a carry.
And off is going to lose yards.
So the halfback loses about 2 on the run. Mississippi State's going to use their first time out of the half here.
Timeout Colonels. Here's 3rd and 12.
So
Out of
stop
bounds.
there on 3rd and long, and that's going to bring up a punting situation.
It's a good hold by the defense on 3rd down. Now their punt returner will get a chance to make something happen.
They're coming after this punter.
Trying to send everyone at it.
Away. This is a really nice punt. Made a few guys
And he
miss
takes
on
a
his way to
shot
the
down
penalty
there.
return.
In comes Eastern Kentucky.
You always want to go
Fresh
on
off a
the line
defensive
with momentum,
score.
So as we get closer to halftime, I think we'll see more and more attempts to create big plays.
And they get an offensive score before the end of the half. As that one is airdropped in for a first down.
His best friend is a receiver he can count on to catch the ball every time he drops back to pass.
He gets rid
Let's
of
throw
this
that one out of bounds. 2nd and 10.
From the 41-yard line, it's second down.
Second and 10. Oh, he takes a hit. And that's going to be a sack.
Third down now. They need to get it down to the 31.
On 3rd and 17, that's going to be another loss. It brings up a 4th and 20. Let the clock run before the half.
They get this one off, and it's a beauty. This punt goes over the goal line And this
It'll
will
be a
touchback.
touchback with 11 seconds remaining in the half.
This is the point in the game where you don't want to make any mistakes that give the other guys a reason to feel more confident going into halftime.
We're back on the field here. And up to the running back with room to run. Big gain. Yotes calling a timeout.
Once he got past the line of scrimmage, you knew he'd be going a long way. That easily could have been 6.
From their own 45-yard line. First down.
Looking over the field.
Incomplete.
It'll hit the
And that
turf.
wasn't the greatest pass in the world.
Well, I don't know how anybody
With
can
2
throw a
seconds
great
to
pass
go.
while getting drilled like that.
This will be the last play of the half here.
So we'll probably get one last heave to the end zone here before halftime.
They're going to try and throw it up there.
Throws it deep.
Throwing it deep.
Intercepted.
Intercepted. And that will end the first half. A bit of a sour note for us record chasers at the end of 2 quarters.
We played a half of
South
football.
Dakota and Eastern Kentucky are tied at 7.
And the second half just about set to get started. We're dead even. He sends this one deep. He's to the 20. Oh, what a hit.
23-yard return as the Colonels come back on the field.
You don't want to squander any possessions, but maybe now's the right time to dip into your bag of tricks a little. Think about some gadget plays to catch the defense napping.
On 1st and 10, shedding a tackle in the backfield with room to run.
Pushed out of bounds.
22-yard run.
He makes it to the 45-yard line. 3-yard gain by the running back.
On 2nd and 7, that screen passes to nobody.
Anyone in the vicinity.
I think the ball just slipped out on him.
Third down, and they need to get it inside the 48.
3rd and 7,
He's got it on the quick throw. They'll
and
drive
it's
it
the
forward.
old classic, the halfback slip screen that goes nowhere.
He fields the punt at the 13, and he makes it out to about the
He'll get to the
21-yard line.
20, 21, and he'll come back onto the field.
Now's when you start to approach each drive thinking that if you take the lead, then the momentum you gain feels that much more powerful.
1st and 10, Bratton
Out of bounds,
on a
right
screen
around the
play,
28-yard line.
adds 7 to his total. That brings the number down to 9. To etch his place in history. And more importantly, help this team claw back into the lead.
He's into the open field.
Run it
down,
himself.
nice run up the middle.
On the read option, new set of downs for the Coyotes.
Now he's scrambling.
Running himself again, Bratton
Slides down to the
sliding after a gain of 1. Hand off to the running back, it'll be a loss of 1.
Loss of 2 by the halfback. Third and 11. Ball on the 33-yard line.
With the pressure on 3rd and 11, Bratton. He's going to be sacked.
Back down. rid of this punt. And he makes it out to about the 44-yard line. I think it says something about the quality of the preparation of both teams that we're into the third quarter and nobody's been able to pull away. Both sides seem to know what to expect. He's tackled at the 35.
Loss of 5.
Number 27, intended receiver on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 15.
From their own 39-yard line. 2nd down.
Second and 15. Edmonds finds a man open for a first down.
44-yard line.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Slings it. Tackle made around the 31-yard line.
17-yard gain. And another first down at about the 31.
He gets out to about the 21-yard line.
Another 10 yards there. First down and 10.
He's out of bounds.
5 yards. Well into the red zone now, are the Colonels, trying to get the first offensive score of this game and take the lead with 2 minutes to go in the third.
Gets the ball here and brought down to the
Swallowed
backfield.
up in the backfield for another loss.
It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go. Ball on the 18.
Third down and 7.
Makes it to the 8.
10-yard run. Inside the 10 to about the 7. First and goal now.
And he'll bring him down behind the
Loss of
line.
2. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
We're at play number 9 of this current drive.
On 2nd and goal, the quarterback keeps it himself.
And he's tackled
Down to the
at
2.
positive yardage.
That's a gain of 7 on the play. That makes it 3rd and goal.
We're at 3rd down, goal to go. Head up to the back. Touchdown, Colonels.
And a halfback took it in for the score.
Yeah, if he punched that in from a short distance, he had great blocking up front on that play.
He splits the
That'll be a
uprights.
7-point game.
Mississippi State is ready to kick it away. Sends it sailing
This
downfield.
kick is away. South Dakota now trailing.
In the end zone for a touchback. The Bulldogs continue to get it done on the defensive side of the football, Kirk.
Yeah, they've done a good job of
As
building
this
this
Colonel
lead and almost
defense
determined here
has
to
showed up
protect it. Let's see if they can hold on here
in
for the
full
rest of the way.
force.
There's still plenty of time to keep running their offense as usual here. I don't think they need to feel any anxiety about trailing.
Bratton finds a man open,
And he's tackled
and that's
28
into the history books.
Number 24 brings him down.
With 18 yards to spare, Andrew Bratton
1st and 10.
is now the South Dakota Coyotes' all-time leading passer. Most passing yards in a career,
Tackled at the
broken a
50-yard line.
23-year-old record dating back to when the Coyotes were in Division II.
Up 2nd and 12.
It's 2nd and 12. Ball Ball on the 50. They'll spread the field with 5 wide.
On 2nd and 12.
Taken down as he works the left for a nice gain.
Call it a gain of 4 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
3rd down and 8. Bratton's going to be sacked.
That is a big hit on the quarterback. That's one of those as an offensive lineman, when the film study starts to come around, you're going to kind of sink in your chair and just hope they don't call you out because you're going to get embarrassed on Monday on that one.
And the drive stalls. The record secure for now. But the game is still out of reach. Clock is ticking. This will be the last play of the quarter.
Oh, excellent punt.
It'll be a punt that goes into the end zone for a touchback.
Too much leg into that punt. They'll bring it out to the 20. The Hoosiers have really surprised everybody in this football game.
They have not been intimidated at all, which is
And
great
there
to
it is
see.
at the
That
end of
big
3
effort
quarters.
teams put them in a
Eastern
position
Kentucky
to
holds a
shot and win
7-point
the
lead.
second half.
Back in this very pivotal 4th quarter. This is a pretty crucial series right here with things being so tight. Your best players have to step it up on both sides of the ball. Now he tries to buy some time.
Play action. On the run, he'll keep it himself.
6-yard line.
And they'll get an easy first. This is where South Dakota's defense is going to need to clamp in.
Up a score.
Clamp down, and you can't let big runs like this get through.
Tackles him hard at the 45.
Gain of 9 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1. There's another big first down. You can't bend like that if you want to stay in this game. And that screen plays incomplete.
Hurry there because his receiver was wide open. There was no need to rush that one at all.
From the 44-yard line. 2nd down. He gets sacked on the play.
Sometimes it's just a relentless pass rush that results in a sack. That's what happened there.
Third down and 14. He's going to heave it.
Even though they didn't sack
What would
him,
have been an
the
amazing
defense
catch,
is
but he's
not
out of
the force
bounds
that
anyway.
pass. If you can get in there and disrupt the pocket, then the quarterback is going to have a tougher time getting the ball to his playmakers.
He's going to try to coffin corner this one.
And in comes the punt unit on 4th and 14. That goes into the end zone.
Bounces into the end zone, and this will be a touchback. Well, I can say this much, Kirk. At least it's tight.
The defense
It is a
has
close
been
game.
the big
Neither
thing,
team's been able to get anything going, whether it's running the football or throwing. And
especially for Eastern Kentucky. South Dakota just hasn't had any breathing room.
Things aren't tied, but they might as well be. It's this drive that could really dictate the tone for the last quarter.
4:04 remaining. Rolling on play action. He's going to try and run it himself.
Slides down.
Sliding after a gain of 4.
That's a gain of 4 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 6.
On 2nd and 6, they hand it off.
Gets out
I
to
guess
around
just
the
enough for the
32.
first.
Call it a gain of 8 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
First down, Bratton.
Try and scramble. And they make the stop at the 35.
He tries running it again.
Call it a gain of 3 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
5 guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun.
Second down and 7.
And down he goes.
That run
38-yard
stalls.
line. They come out in a
Screenplay is going to be a yard short. And you're probably going to go for it in this scenario. They won't. They're going to punt.
Less than 3 minutes in the game.
This late in the game, they're going to punt it.
And this one is a beauty. And they push him out right around the 20.
You have all 3 timeouts. But the defense has not been there for them.
Well, you and I talked to both of these coordinators getting ready for this game, and they put together a game plan. They shared it with us, and we're seeing it out there on the field today. They still are going to determine the outcome of this game.
You know this is a real crucial time in the game. It could still go either way. And he's taken down at the
10-yard run.
line.
Here's 1st and 10. We'll go out of bounds.
Great job by the defense at getting after that quarterback. And right now, I think they've got in with some happy feet. He appears to be a bit rattled.
From their own 35-yard line. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10. It's intercepted!
It's intercepted. Brought down at the 32.
And the first turnover today for the Colonels might be the most costly. How will that defense, or how that South Dakota offense, rather, respond? They've had issues getting past the defense, as you see here. It's a loss of 1. They hand it on 2nd and 11. A loss.
To get back in this game in the 4th quarter, this 3rd and long is huge. Just under 2 to go in the game.
On 3rd and 12, he'll throw it. Incomplete.
Brad, I just think this quarterback's got to do a much better job of being able to read that defense and make quicker decisions. And especially when the defense starts to get pressure, you've got to either get rid of that football or check it down. Or
now they're going for it on 4th down here. And they get the completion. And that's a touchdown, South Dakota. 169 passing yards through the air.
Great effort by the wide receiver. And not to take anything away from the quarterback, but the wide receiver made this play.
And doesn't it always seem like he just finds a way to get open? Here comes the kicker to try to tie this
With
game
the
up.
point after, we'll be tied with 1:42 to go.
And he tacks on the extra point. A 4-play, 31-yard drive, and it results in a touchdown. Indiana gets set to kick this one away. And he's taken down at the 18. We might have overtime in the back of our minds, but down on the field, that hasn't occurred to anyone. They want to end this thing in regulation.
Now here's 1st and 10. Mississippi State playing like they're behind. Edmonds firing to the sideline. Incomplete. Almost intercepted again.
You never know what will happen when the ball ricochets like that. Good effort.
That's the same sideline that cost them earlier.
2nd down, 10 to go. Ball on the 18-yard line.
Second and 10, a screenplay.
Got his back. He's tackled at the 22-yard line.
There's a 3-yard run.
Just over a minute in the 4th quarter.
Pressure's coming on 3rd and 7.
A lot of frustration right at him.
Nearly a
But you
pick.
gotta give the defense credit.
They'll settle for the 3 and out.
This quarter,
On 4th and 7, minute 13 to go. All 3 timeouts. South Dakota can win it with a successful drive here.
Brought down at the 45-yard line.
And with a sledgehammer to start out, It'll be at their own
Here we are
45.
late in the fourth quarter in a very important and a very tight football game. And who's going to come to the forefront? We'll see who's got the most leadership. He scrambled.
Bratton runs with it, and he'll lose 3 yards on a sack. On 2nd and 13, is lifted, intercepted!
He's taken down right around midfield.
Brought down at the 50, and now it's Eastern Kentucky who can win it.
Down to one play. Maybe that pick was it, but who knows? We've still got some football to be played.
From midfield. First down.
Both teams with all of their timeouts. Throwing to the sideline, it's caught.
Incomplete. He let his wide receiver too
But he
far
can't
to
stay
the
in
outside.
bounds.
Just had to pull the string a
They'll
little
review it. I thought he was in
The
bounds
referee
there.
is going to take a look at several angles. Now remember, he's seeing the same thing we are. And
It's
he needs
caught.
indisputable video evidence to overturn the
And
call.
yeah, he's in bounds.
So after the review, they reverse the call on the field. We have less than a minute to go.
With 41 seconds, a field goal would win it for you.
Makes the catch, and he's got nowhere to go.
Clock's running. You have all 3 timeouts. What is this clock management? Tick, 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 tick. You could win it with a field goal here. They're going to let it go all the way. Last play of the game.
He's on the run, and they got him.
And that's a sack. We're going to overtime
Regulation, and this game
in
is still
the Hall of Fame
unsettled,
Bowl.
So we're going to overtime. Well, we played an hour, and it's still not enough. We're set to kick off here in overtime.
South Dakota winning the toss, they'll get to go first. Or Eastern Kentucky, rather, will go first. The defense is going to need to make a stop.
Out of bounds at about the 19-yard line. They're about 4 yards away here on second down.
This is the second bowl game this season to go to overtime. Fumble!
Recovered.
Recovered by the offense. That'll be a loss of yardage. Third and 9 from the 24. Throwing it up there
And he's hit
to the
immediately.
1 yard line. Quarterback keeps it himself. He's going to be tripped up in the backfield.
On the play. They're at the 5. It's second down.
They hand it off.
Tackle made
No.
at the 3-yard line.
This is the point where you got to buckle down. Third and goal. They're going to try throwing to the end zone.
Here comes the pressure.
Pressure's coming. Touchdown, Colonels.
For the touchdown.
Well, this is what it's all about in college football. I score, now we'll see if you can respond. Great teams always find a way to come through.
He makes the PAT.
Point after attempt is good. And EKU in overtime with the 7-point lead.
It's first down.
A turnover wins you the game. A touchdown for the Coyotes sends it the other direction. We go to double overtime. Bratton screenplay.
Hit immediately for a
We'll lose 5. And it would be fitting if this game ended with a stop here with how strong this defense has been. On 2nd and 15 now. Gotta score here.
the 30-yard line. Second down.
Missouri Valley has yet to win a bowl game this season. Will they get their first tonight?
Needs to immediately tackle behind the line.
That'll bring up 3rd and long.
Five wide.
3rd and 17. Bratton finds a man open.
And he's tackled.
Down to the 20. 4 yards short of the first.
This might be their last chance. Fourth down.
Last chance for the Coyotes. Bratton has the magic touchdown, South Dakota.
Oh, man. That was a pressure-packed play, and they came through.
A double overtime will be in the cards here in Canton.
Will be tied with the extra point. And he converts the extra point.
Well, this is why
Up next tonight at 9 is our next bowl game. The Seattle Bowl will have Texas State taking on Chicago. South Dakota will start us first in double overtime.
25. Passes left. Gets it
Screenplay as
out
blockers.
of bounds at the 19.
We'll get to the 19-yard line.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
Bratton finds a man open inside the 5. Touchdown, South Dakota.
So the offense steps up and gets a big 6 points here in double overtime.
And that gives them some breathing room for the time being. But I'll tell you, the way this game is being played, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw this offense on the field again in a 3rd overtime.
And he
Point
adds
after, up and good. 28-21. South Dakota has the lead.
ball on the 25-yard line.
Edmonds to the end zone.
Good job here by the
Incomplete.
defense.
An interception would have iced it.
Set and throw, he'll kill you all game. But they got excellent pressure on that play.
On 2nd and 10.
Caught out in the
The
open.
screenplay is caught.
Very impressive
Be short of the
open field
first.
tackle.
We'll bring up 3rd and inches.
It's 3rd down, and they're about the length of the football away from the first down marker.
That's enough for the first. Down to the 6.
6-yard line.
On 1st and goal. To the end zone. Touchdown. Eastern Kentucky.
Can you believe this? It appears 2 overtimes just aren't enough for these young men.
This has just been amazing. These two teams have been playing dead even.
The extra point to tie this game up.
And this will be a 3rd overtime From here on out, you cannot kick a PAT. You have to go for 2.
Just like we talked about earlier, now that we're going to a third overtime, the offense must go for 2 if they score a touchdown.
From the 25-yard line. First down.
Eastern Kentucky will get it started in the third overtime. A screenplay.
Blockers or running backs got it on the screen. They'll bring him down at the
3
22.
yards. Now is the 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, it's caught for a first down.
The ball downfield in big chunks like that, you've got the defense right where you want it.
He tries running it himself, misses the tackle, has room to run. Touchdown, Colonels.
So with a first possession in the third overtime, this offense takes it in for 6.
There's no resting easy yet. They still have to stay on the field and try to convert a
All right, now you need a 2-point conversion.
So the kicker's going to stay on the sidelines. These guys will try for a 2-point conversion. They'll spread the field here. Let's see what the defense does with a 5-wide outlook.
Try 5 wide. They're going to sack him, and they won't get the conversion.
Pass rush is sometimes scary. They're really getting after the quarterback now.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 25.
Now the ball is in South Dakota's court. They need a touchdown and a PAT 2-point conversion to win it.
Complete, big loss.
Does the all-time leader have some magic in him?
And he's level at the 27. Third down, and they need to get it to the 15.
3rd down and 12. Lifting it up there. Incomplete.
Intercepted.
In and out of the hands of a defender. And now, once again, it's do or die. Breton airing it up there. Touchdown! On the diving grab.
So 3 overtimes later, this may finally be it.
And we're tied now. But the 2-pointer is necessary to win.
And they're looking to get 2 points here.
To cap a legendary career. Good night, Canton!
And the win.
36-34 in triple overtime. South Dakota has won the Hall of Fame Bowl.
And this one's all but wrapped up. The Hoosiers come out on top, 14-14.
And in a remarkable game,
That does it
the
for this
final
edition
of Bratton's
NBA
career.
14. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Brad Nessler saying so long.
The legend ends with a legendary performance. 36-34, final score in triple overtime. That'll do from here in Canton. Stay tuned later tonight for the Seattle Bowl. Tonight's closer up in Lumen Field as the Texas State Bobcats at 9-3 take on the 7-5 Chicago Maroons. And what a legendary performance, legendary game into the annals of bowl game history. Seattle Bowl up next tonight. Thank you all for watching, and so long from the 2KU.